All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We are expecting more people, but they can join in later. So welcome to CodePath Week 0. My name is Isaac Perez. Some of you might know me. I'm a junior computer science major at TCU. I'm a tech fellow, which just means I am a student leader, volunteer who took this course previously and is going to help guide you guys through the course. There are two other tech fellows. One of them is here, Eric, and then Min. I don't see her here.
She won't be able to make it to this meeting, but she's very glad you guys are also here.
Okay, cool. Let's see, we got something in the chat already. All right. Let's see. Well, all right, let me go ahead and get started. I'm gonna share my screen. We got some slides we're gonna go over. There's some videos in there, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, like I said, today's week 0. So we're just gonna be going over syllabus, class policies, attendance policies. You don't have to have your camera on. CodePath recommends it just to help get to know each other, just, keeps everyone accountable, everyone's paying attention, everyone is active, but it's not mandatory. So. All right, yeah, everything we're gonna need to know to get started. So first we're gonna go ahead and this is our agenda. We're gonna meet the tech fellows, learn about CodePath, the course structure, timeline, course content support, course policies for credit sites, but not for credit. This is just non-credit, and Q&A. So my name is Isaac Perez. I'm one of your tech fellows. I'm a little bit older than most students here. I'm actually 31. So I spent most of my 20s overseas. I was in the military, also worked for the government for a while. I lived in Tokyo for 4 years when I was in the Air Force. And then I lived in Kabul, Afghanistan for about 2 years as a government contractor. Tokyo was definitely a lot more fun than Kabul, but Kabul was also definitely an experience I'll never forget. And then Eric, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Yelik Kalufo, but I go by Eric for sure. Yeah, you guys can just call me Eric. And I took the course with CodePath since last year. I took their Android development course back in 2020 fall. And after taking that course, it just helped me tremendously, really a lot. I was stuck, very stuck on building my portfolio up with any like personal projects to showcase my skills and anything. I took a lot of online courses and none of them really went anywhere. And it was with the CodePath course that I really had like substantial project that I can show off and show that I have these kind of at least coding skills to showcase. And also all kinds of different things, such as the opportunities that I got from CodePath, which includes Tech Fellow. And with the group project that I got to participate in, I also built an app with some really cool people, including these Android engineer from Microsoft. And oh, excuse me, could you mute your mic, Tony? Yeah, you're not muted. Could you mute for a second? Yeah. So that's gonna be an opportunity. Tony, you're not muted. Isaac, I think you can mute him for me.
Okay, I figure out how to do that real quick.
Yeah. So I was initially just a student for this course, and then later on, I was introduced to the opportunity to be a tech fellow, which is, as you know, an instructor. Yeah, for this class. And then this position for us is just a volunteering position, but it's a really good leadership experience with this. So with CodePath, once you're a CodePath alumni, which means that after you complete the course, you have access to so many of the resources, including the virtual career fairs, which companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, they will have. Isaac, could you mute him?
Oh, I'm sorry, I've never trying to do that.
Just right click on him.
Okay. Let's just bring
Yeah.
up that.
So with those career fairs, these big tech companies will have internship positions reserved for CodePath students, and for tech fellows like such as us, since we're more experienced with these kind of skills, we will have kind of a priority over that. So that's some of the reasons why I became a tech fellow. I'm from Taiwan. Just a fun fact about me. And then my first language is actually Chinese, and people would never assume that. That's cool. So if my accent is a little bit thick sometimes, if I speak too fast and you couldn't understand, you can always interrupt me and ask me to repeat. And I'm half Chinese and I'm also half African. So you can see probably from my facial features, just some fun facts about me. And I'll give it back to Isaac.
Alrighty, sorry about that. This is also my first time hosting a Zoom, so I'm having some trouble trying to figure out how to mute him.
Isaac, can you make me co-host?
Yeah. Let me stop my share for 1 second. Oh, sorry, it's asking for a host key. Let me, I think it's.
It's like a protest.
Oh, 上流.
Yes, I don't have the host key, so I can't do that. Sorry about that. I'm not actually the host here.
Not really.
All
There we
right.
go.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. Just working through the kinks. Like I said, it's gonna be our first time, so it's a learning experience for all of us. Let me go ahead and get back to where I was. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're on the slides. Cool. All right. So there's a video from CodePath. So if you guys can't hear it, please let me know.
Welcome to the first session of iOS or Android. My name is Tim, and I'm one of the CodePath co-founders. To give you a bit of background on CodePath, we've been around for 7 years. We're a nonprofit, and we got our start training senior engineers at companies like Facebook, Airbnb, Lyft, Netflix, and dozens of other Silicon Valley companies. Since our start, we've trained thousands of engineers, and we've helped hundreds of engineers find new jobs. And so we're very excited to be able to bring our program to universities. And a key part of that, and I want to call out our tech fellows. They've been working for weeks to do the projects ahead of time. They've been meeting with us to figure out how to run the sessions and facilitate this course. So we really appreciate their help. We couldn't have come to your campus without their efforts. So thank you very much, tech fellows. I wanted to chat about a couple things with you. I wanted to chat about our CodePath alumni services, and I also wanted to chat about a little bit about how this course works, although the tech fellows are going to go into more detail about it. And before I get into that, though, I want to kind of take a step back and tell you a little bit about what we are observing with tech jobs and hiring trends. Hopefully you find this information useful. So first, it's an amazing time to be in tech. There are a lot of jobs. And one thing to know is, like, you may have heard of all of the different areas. You can work in robotics, you can build operating systems, you can build computer languages, you can work in data science, AI. But one thing to know as you're thinking about planning your career is that the majority of jobs by far are in somewhere in the web stack or in application development. So application development is web, mobile, and desktop, and it's kind of like in that order. So that's an important thing to invest a little bit in just because of the sheer number of jobs, unless you decide to specialize in a particular different area. So that's one of the reasons that we introduced mobile. Now, it's a great time, like I said, in tech. There are a ton of jobs, and tech jobs are pretty sweet. So you may know this already, but if you're working in a major tech city, right out the gate, right after graduation, you're probably making six figures. A few years into a mobile career, and you're making between 125 to 150. So compensation's pretty good. The problems are really interesting. The modern engineer is a lot different from engineers 10 years ago. It's very collaborative. You're going to be working with a lot of other engineers, product managers, designers to ship your product, and it's pretty fun. There's a lot of autonomy and trust in the engineering ecosystem. So there's no 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. Engineers kind of, as long as you get your job done, there's a lot of trust in engineers. So it's a pretty nice gig. One thing that comes along with that is, in fact, one trend that's pretty common is remote work, if that's something that you're interested in. So typically you need to be a little bit more senior, but like a few years in, several years in. But if you like, you can even work remotely. I know a lot of people who they travel the world and work for some company remotely, or maybe for some reason you want to live in a smaller city that's maybe closer to your family or cheaper, and that's also a common trend too. So that's another thing about tech right now. So here's something that's interesting that's happened in the last 5 years. There's been a major shift in how people are thinking about hiring. So schools and school brand names don't matter as much. GPAs don't matter as much. And so it's a really interesting time because what they really care about is your ability to demonstrate that you have the potential and the skills. And so therefore, two things, if you're interested in this career, become very important. So one, and maybe this is already on your radar, but one is preparing for that algorithm interview. I mean, I love the other classes that you do in computer science. I find them very interesting, but the algorithm interview really only tests the data structures and algorithms class that you have. And so all of those kind of leak code questions or whatever you're using to practice, those are incredibly essential. And so we have this really effective interview prep summer class that is free for students. All of our programs are free for students. It's a very rigorous program, but we can take you from where you are now to where you need to be in order to pass the technical interview. So the second thing that you need in kind of to get one of these jobs is you need some kind of domain experience. So more and more they're looking for students that already come preloaded with web or mobile experience on the job. And so some companies will actually interview just based on mobile, which is great. Others will use the standard algorithm interview, which is also nice because it's kind of like a master key to get into like a bunch of companies. So now you may find something challenging right now, which is if you've been applying for internships, maybe you aren't hearing back, or maybe you're getting the interview, but you're not getting the offer. And so this gets into our CodePath alumni services that we're very excited about, that we've been working on for the past year. It's been going really well. So 80% of CodePath University students get summer internships before their senior year. So that's an outcome that's really important because once you have an internship, then it becomes much easier to get a full-time job. So the things that we have is we have that summer interview prep class. So you should definitely sign up for that if you're interested. The second thing that we have for alumni is that we have a career center where we have a career counselor. They help you fix up your resume. Even if you don't have a lot of experience, fix up your resume, fix up your LinkedIn. We have something that's very interesting that's called a virtual career fair. So the virtual career fair is where we bring dozens of companies and it's guaranteed interviews. as long as you can pass our assessment of your algorithm readiness. And so, like, as long as you take our class or you can assess into it as well, then you can get guaranteed interviews. That's a huge value. So just as a reminder, this is an alumni service only. So this is one more reason for you to finish this course or one of our other courses. So you have to attend the sessions as well as complete the projects, and then you have access to our alumni services. So let's switch gears. Let's talk about the actual class. So the class is super fun. This is an iOS and Android class, so it's very hands-on. It's project-based. It's very maybe atypical of your classes because we kind of have a different teaching approach. So we don't do lectures. We don't have lecture videos per se, but we do have projects. And so we have 6 weeks of projects, and the Tech Fellows are going to talk about this in a second. And that's really going to be the vehicle by which you're going to learn. And so the thing that I want to talk about is how to succeed in these projects, or at least one major pitfall that I want you to avoid. So something will happen in iOS and Android very frequently, in fact, in all of engineering, but you're going to get stuck for 6 hours on something that's going to be like a one-line fix, or even worse, it's going to be something mysterious like you have to restart Android Studio, you have to restart Xcode. That actually happens. And that is the worst. That is a total waste of 6 hours of time. And so one thing that we want you to do is we want you to kind of learn this effectively. And one way to learn it effectively is you have to get over this thing where you don't want to reach out for help. So one thing that we like to tell people is 30 minutes is the max amount of time that you should be kind of struggling. And if you are in that position, that you should immediately be reaching out to help to your tech fellows or to the discussion systems that we're monitoring and that we have people staffed to answer your questions. So it only works if you leverage that system, and the signal that is like if you are stuck for 30 minutes, then that is the time for you to be reaching out for that help. So that's I'll leave the rest of it for the tech fellows, but that's the thing that I want you to remember for this class, which is the fact that you should reach out and access those help systems. Now, one final note that I have, which is CodePath is a nonprofit. We have been able to be successful only because we have the help of all of our alumni, and it's something that I would love to invite you into our community. So our community is about people who are passionate about learning. We offer all kinds of new courses all the time for our university students, for our professional engineers. And so CodePath is about being passionate about learning. And it's also about being passionate about helping others learn. And so that's something that, think about in the back of your mind, that, this is the part of the value system of the community that we're trying to build. It's powered by dozens of volunteers at any given point in time, trying to give back because they found some value from it, because they were able to get a job through us or for whatever reason. So I like to call CodePath the Nerd Illuminati, and we hope that's the network that's there for you, and something that you can participate in. And so if you're part of CodePath, then you can always reach out to CodePath alumni at companies and that you're interested in, maybe get some advice, or you can also feel free to ask for a referral, and maybe you can help out a future student or a future CodePath engineer as well once you're in that position. So just something to think about. It's the community that we're very excited about building. Well, without any further ado, I'll turn you back over to the tech fellows for them to finish overviewing the class.
Okay. So we're gonna go over the course timeline. Let's see. It's 15 weeks long. Right now we are actually in week 0. This is, like I said, just going over the course syllabus. Next week we're actually gonna be doing our first assignment. There's gonna be 3 assignments. So it's gonna each assignment is gonna take 2 weeks, and then after that it's gonna be our group projects, which we actually didn't do group projects in the training for this. So that's gonna be an interesting thing to to discover together. And like I said, each app takes 2 weeks. Our first app is going to be Flix. Second is Twitter. Third is Instagram. I actually probably like the Twitter one the most. I actually connected to my own Twitter using Twitter's APIs. I was able to post on my timeline from the app that I created. So there's going to be walkthrough videos for all of it. It makes it really easy. And you'll be able to find this stuff in the course portal. They're broken up into sections, usually no longer than like about 20, 25 minutes. I usually just code along with the videos and go back and reference it if I miss anything. So we're going to be submitting the assignment in the course portal. Let me go ahead and walk you guys through the course portal real quick. Let's see. Walkthrough of course portal. Okay, here we are. All right. Let's see. So here we are in our unit 0. So we'll go unit 1. And by the way, the link to this is courses.codepath.org. Here is our assignments tab. This is going to be our first assignment, Flix 1. And the way this is graded is by this GIF that you'll make. There's instructions how to make the GIF. You need to make sure that all the required features are included in this GIF. Here you'll see our submit button and our due dates. This lab, Yopi, is optional actually, and there's going to be optional labs for all of them. I'd recommend doing them. It's a lot of good practice. Let's see.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that once you finish your project and upload them to GitHub, you want to make sure to upload them onto the course portal. Otherwise, you wouldn't be graded. That has happened to me before, and for every assignment, there's always somebody that forgets to upload it to the course portal. So be sure to remember that.
You see right here, you upload the URL for your GIF, any notes. So the GIF is really important. Can't stress that enough. That's even if you did all the coding and you don't add your GIF, you won't get graded for it. See, these are the labs I was telling you about. All right, so the first half of the course is going to be the app assignments, the Twitter, the Instagram one that I showed you guys. This is pretty much stuff we've already gone over before. There we are. And we're gonna have a demo day in our last week. This is a demo day where you create your own apps in groups or as an individual, and you have the opportunity to present them. Last year we had the CEO of Reddit there, the lead engineer for Visa, I believe it was. Oh, yeah, here's our demo day. I think there's some notes for this. Yeah. So the class culminates in a demo day where all team members present and pitch their apps. There's a wide variety of demo day formats, from like small in-class presentations to large auditorium events. Like we can do our own demo day. Like I said, CodePath will host one. So really it's kind of up to us what kind of we want to do, if you even want to do it.
Yeah, last year when I participated in demo day, I was in a big Zoom meeting with, I think, close to 200 people, and the lead engineer, the founder of the organization was there. And they also invited a panel of judges to like basically critique and pick what is the best app from all the group projects. And then from over here, you can see all the different apps that were presented during the demo day. And over there was really, really cool people from the industry that was invited, including, like you said, the lead engineers of Instagram, lead engineer of Facebook, and the vice president of Visa in the mobile department, and also the CEO of Reddit, Steve Hoffman. So it was really cool. For my own team, we created the whole app, and we were really hoping to be able to demonstrate it in front of those really cool people. And we were hoping to get support such as funding or more technical guidance from like industry people. But we were eliminated in the preliminary round because there was another really good app in our team in our round, so we didn't have a chance. But if you're interested in building a whole like $1 million app idea, and then that could be your opportunity as well.
All right, have another video for us to watch.
This right here is one of the group projects that was done during the course of their iOS class. And this was just one of the ways that they chose to demo their app. So during the demo day, they just showed this whole commercial that they had created around this app. You definitely won't be expected to have to create a whole thing like this. There are multiple formats to showcase your app. This was the way they chose. Yeah, at the end of the course, you will be able to build a full functioning app by yourself or with a team, and then many people will choose to upload their app on the App Store, and then that's like a potential way to generate income if you have a way to make it work. But you will receive all kinds of guidance for going into that as well, if that's something that you'll be interested in.
Put the link in the chat for everyone for the course portal. All right, second half of the class, which really the main course, which is after the first 6 weeks, is developing the group projects. 3 weeks of design, 4 weeks of building, 1 required group milestone submission per week. Class culminates in a demo day event. All right, here is our, like I said, course portal. We've already gone over a little bit of this earlier. And feel free to explore it. They have another video for us too.
Hello students, my name is Ava Karabunam. I am a tech fellow from CSUMB. Today I'll be going through a quick demo on how to open up Slack, go to unit specific.
Can you turn the subtitles so we can understand better?
First off, it's highly recommended that you get the desktop application because you get the notifications directly from Slack even when you stop using the application. The application also feels a lot smoother when you're using the desktop application, but the browser can be an alternative if you're working on a non-personal computer. Once you open up the Slack application, you want to look at the top left to make sure you're in the CodePath workspace. And then you want to go through the channels to make sure you're in the channel that matches the unit you are in, the semester you're on, and the year. So the iOS Unit 2 Spring 2021 matches the exact unit, and Spring 2021 is the year and semester that I'm in. So in this channel, we can go ahead and post our question. And the first thing you want to do when you post your question is tag iOS help. When you tag iOS help, it notifies like all the TAs, and then the TA can attend to you as fast as possible. So you tag iOS help and you paste your question. Most questions require screenshots, and it's really recommended that you add screenshots. So you add your screenshots into your questions, or into your question, right? You add your screenshots. Let me just drag this in. You add your screenshots, and then you can go ahead and post your question. And once you post your question, you can immediately get a response from the CodePath bot to know if your question was actually posted to the TAs. And click on the reply, and you should see, hi, Ebuka, thank you for posting the iOS TAs who reply to your message here sometime soon. So this is the response you should be looking for once you post your question with iOS help. If you post your question without the iOS help and you don't get this response, you can directly message either any of the TAs or the gurus to figure out what's going on. It could be that your Slack account is not properly integrated with the bot, but yeah, everything should go smoothly once you get to this point. The TA should be able to respond to you within 20 minutes or less, and if not, you can go ahead and repost your question. Once the TA claims your question, you should see a reply to the thread from the CodePath bot telling you that the TA is working on the response right here. In about 5 minutes or less, the TA will respond to you and you can continue the conversation until a solution is reached. The TA sometimes can't reach a solution immediately and will ask you to hop on a Zoom call with them. If your schedule permits it, hop on a Zoom call, else you can reschedule with the TA or repost the question and wait for another TA to answer. The TAs might ask you follow-up questions and suggestions to try out in order to find your own solution to a problem. When a solution is reached, please send a thank you message showing the problem was solved. Otherwise, the TA will have to follow up asking you if it worked or not. In this case, Will sent a message and I replied telling him that my solution worked and with a thank you. And now he knows, this solution works. And this whole question is closed. Hey guys, so we've been looking at what a good question or a bad question can be. So let's take a look at this question. Hi, I followed all the steps in the tutorial for my collection view layout, and I seem to have an issue with the UI collection view not displaying my poster views correctly. This question is a good question because it explains the problem to the TA. It also has screenshots attached to give more context about the problem. The TA can look at this question with screenshots as reference and converse with the students about solutions. The next example is of a bad question. Can someone help me? This question does not give context to what the problem is. The question asks for help, but the TAs are always here to help this, so there's no need to explicitly ask for help. This type of question will only take longer to be solved because the TAs will have to go through the process of creating the proper question with the students before answering the question. If for some reason you run into a situation where you don't know what the problem is and don't know how to describe it, try going back to the previous tasks that you've completed and talking about those. This can help give the TAs more context and better help you understand where you're going next in order to find the solution.
Yeah, just a few things to add on. And some people are very concerned about the time commitment for this course. Since on the flyers, it's always say that it's like approximately 10 hours per week. But in my personal experience, I took the Android course and the iOS course with CodePath. It's never been 10 hours per week. At most is 5 to 8 hours. And it's always been that myself got stuck on some really obvious things that just does not work for some reason. And I would try a long time to figure it out. But with the TAs, if you just post a question, you can get a response as soon as in like less than 10 seconds, somebody will like text you. And even if it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they will still be there available to help you. So if you encounter any problem, reach out for help right away. They can hop on Zoom with you and look at any problem at all. There's no dumb questions. The most obvious thing, it can be very difficult for you to diagnose it, but the TAs will be able to help you diagnose it very quickly. So the best way to do is just reach out to help as soon as you encounter any kind of issue that you cannot solve, and you can complete the assignments very smoothly and quickly.
Sorry about that. All right, I posted the links that they had on there for you guys to check out. It should be in your chat. All right, here we're gonna go over our syllabus. I'll go ahead and pull it up real quick for you guys. Sorry about that. Oh, we're still on the course portal, I guess. All right, so the course portals want to see what you're doing for the week, access lecture and demo videos. Like I showed you guys earlier, we'll go back to assignment 1 right here. You'll scroll down, you'll see your required user stories, your bonus user stories, your plan of attack, But most importantly, this is where you're gonna see your tutorial videos. And sometimes they'll have notes here, updates to the videos. They'll have the bonus stories here, which don't always have videos. Sometimes they do. But one note about getting help is I would definitely utilize them. We as tech fellows aren't meant to be experts. So instead of asking us for questions, I mean, you can always ask us questions, but it would probably be better to ask those technical questions to iOS help. The tech fellows are more just meant to facilitate and answer any questions and point you in the right direction to get the help that you need. So there you go. That's pretty much just what we're just talking about. Important policies, holding everyone accountable. So you get 3 48 hours extensions, no question asked, and they are automatic extensions. So let's say, on week 1, you got something going on, you don't need to email support or email us to ask for an extension. You just automatically get that extension and you get 48 hours to go ahead and submit it. After 3 extensions, you receive the grade for whatever state your project is at the deadline. So if you didn't submit it, 0 points. If it only has some of the features, you get whatever, however many points. And like I said, the biggest thing, just make sure that you show it all in your GIF. Some of them, when I was doing it, I had coded it all out, and then I wasn't being careful about making sure that I showed all the minimum required things in my GIF.
Yeah, and also I would recommend everyone to not use them up quickly, because when midterms or things like that come up, you might find yourself overwhelmed and miss the deadline, but that'll be fine as long as you can make it up in time. So yeah, definitely want to pay attention to that.
Yeah. So attendance is mandatory per CodePath. And if you aren't going to be able to attend a class, go ahead and email support@CodePath. Tell them your name, your school, your course, which is iOS. So say, hi, my name is Isaac. I'm part of the iOS TCU course, and I won't be able to attend class on this day. Usually they'll send you an email saying like, at least for us, they just want you to write a summary, go back and watch the video and write a summary of everything that went on. So a little joke here, 3 CodePath students who poor tenants who completed the course: Bigfoot, Nessie, and Gray. This little alien. All right, coursework split up to 2 equally weighted buckets, 50% for assignments and 50% for group project milestones. There's coursework submissions required for each week, and to be considered a graduate of this course, you must complete the course with a final rate of 60% or above.
Yeah, I also like to add a little bit to that. If you can go back to that slide, the group work milestones are things like with the design phase and building phase. With the design phase, you wanna have like a weekly submission of which parts of the project have you designed, such as just the user interface or the very basic how, but each page will lead to another page, the kind of basic concepts. And to after the design phase, you wanna also be able to showcase how much have you built, and that will just account for your milestones. And it's not a very strict like grading or anything, as long as you can showcase that you have been completing any type of work, then that will just be good for you. So that's not very stressful to design a whole cool app or anything like that.
All right, what are some of the perks of completing the course? As these went over in the video, you get access to the Career Center, you get access to the, I think probably the biggest one for us is gonna be the virtual career fair. We have one coming up in October, actually. I think you guys are able to be a part of that, and you'll see it in the Slack channel. It's called VCF, Virtual Career Fair. And if you guys aren't added to any of the Slack channels for some reason, send us an email which you guys added. So right now we're in week 0. Next week will be in week 1. You guys can start posting in week 1 Slack channel if you guys have any issues. All All right, recap course portal is how you interact with all aspects of the course. Discussion forum, which is how you get help. 3 48-hour extensions and the bonus points for good attendance. 60 or above is passing, and graduates receive access to alumni community, career centers, and certificate of completion. So I want to take this minute to, or a few minutes to go around and have everyone just introduce each other. Some of us know each other, some of us don't. I'll just go down the list and go ahead and call on people if y'all don't mind. Just share just 1 or 2 things about yourself that you find interesting. If you don't feel like sharing, that's okay too. So Lauren, would you like to start us off?
Let's see. All right. My name is Lawrence Shumbusha. I go to TCU, and I'm originally from Africa. I was born in Tanzania. I moved to Malawi and then to Zimbabwe, then over here to America. I talked with Eric. Is it Eric? You say you go by Eric, Eureka?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of like interested in like developing an app. I had like an idea, and then I talked to Eric and was like, yeah, so like looking for for computer science students to help me develop that app. And then he was like, hey, I got this class I'll be teaching, and you should try and join. And he said it was kind of like, hey, it's not that hard. I think you can learn it. So I was like, oh, let me show me, bro, show me the information. And then I just sign up, and that's how I ended up over here. One thing about me, like a little fun thing to take over here, is that I have a Tanzanian accent. So if you don't understand what I say, just ask. I don't mind.
Thank you, Lauren.
All right, John, you want to go next? John Wynn.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. My name is John Wynn. I'm a sophomore at TCU. I'm an honor student, CS major, mathematics minor. Fun fact about me is I'm actually Vietnamese American. So if anyone want to, in particular, I actually like to speak with international students and get them connected with the American culture. Yeah, I'm not actually good at Vietnamese, but I believe international students have more interesting stories to tell. So from my experience with coding, I don't have any experience with iOS, but I do have a internship experience and some connections. Just feel free to talk to me. I'm always open to meet new people, and we can talk for lunch or whatever you want.
Yeah, I didn't have any experience with Swift either, so it really doesn't require much. As long as you know how to program, the walkthrough videos will teach you a lot. Orion, I'm sure. I'm sorry if I butcher that.
Okay. Hi, I'm Aryan. I'm from India. I'm a freshman computer science major at TCU, and I've never coded in Swift or anything for iOS, so this is my first time trying iOS.
Cool. Aparajita.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aparajita. I am a senior at TCU. I'm also doing computer science. And yes, I've never coded in Swift before either. So I did the pre-work, which I found more interesting than some of the classes. So I think I'm excited for it. Yeah, I cannot think of anything interesting about me right now. So, but I love to hang out with people. So if you ever want to talk and like connect, I'd love that. Thank you.
Io, would you like to introduce yourself?
Can you see me? I'm not sure if you can see me.
Yep.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Io. I'm a junior computer science major with a math minor, and yeah. I've never coded it with Swift before, so I think this would be a fun learning experience. I also like meeting new people, so if you're ever around, just hit me up and let's hang out.
Thank you. Dewey fam?
No problem. Thank you a lot.
All right, we'll come back to that one. Erica.
Hello. Oh. Hi, I'm Erica. I am a junior computer science major with a math minor, as are many of us, from Frisco, Texas. If we're on the immigrant story, I'm actually from Mexico. I moved here when I was 12. I did not speak English, but I do not know where my accent went. And I am excited for this because it seems more applicable than a lot of stuff I've done so far. So,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Erica. Carson, would you like to go next?
Hi, I have to talk really quietly because I'm in the library. I hope y'all can hear me. But I'm Carson Singh. I'm a sophomore education and math double major with computer science minor. I'm kind of divided between a career in education and career in computer science right now. So I'm hoping to build up some skills here. And I've also never coded with Swift. So I'm really excited to learn more and meet new people.
Awesome, thank you. Let's see, Mohammed Askoy.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we are like in every same class, dude. You should know my name better than this. I'm kidding, by the way.
Sorry, can you tell everyone how to pronounce your name?
It is Fırat. I don't use my first name. Both are weird anyways, so never mind. But basically, I am from Turkey, and I am computer science major, math minor, and I did try to do some like web development stuff. I realized like iOS is like super cool though because it has like a lot of libraries, like, and it's like very structured. That like it's like I feel like it was gonna be like a good stack to learn. So I'm here now. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you. Micah, would you like to go next?
Hi, my name's Micah. I'm a junior data science major. Just a white dude, you know, no immigrant story here, but I am the AI lead for the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Club. So I'm looking to get some skills to be able to do some mobile integration for our data science projects over there. And if you're interested in AI, you know, definitely sign up for that club. I haven't worked with Swift before, but it seems very intuitive and I enjoyed the pre-work quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, I joined the pre-work a lot too. It's actually showing everybody the little calculator app I made. It's pretty fun. Nagato?
Hey, my name is Nagato. I'm TCU student, majoring in computer science and then mathematics minor. I'm so excited because I can get ready and I can have some experience to get ready for my internship. And yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Afuchin Yelu?
That was actually pretty close. Hi, you guys. Well, I guess I can turn my camera down. Don't know if y'all can see me, if it's the front camera or back camera.
We can see you.
Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Fucha. I'm a junior computer science and Spanish double major with a minor in studio art. I don't know that much about computer science, being that I just switched in last semester, but I enjoyed the pre-work a lot. And I feel like Erica said, making an app and doing this is more applicable than a lot of things that I've already known about TCU's computer science program.
Awesome, thank you. Vipul?
Hello, everyone. One second. Hi, I'm Vipul. I'm from India. I'm a computer science major like everybody else. And yeah, I'm super excited for this class. First of all, I don't have anything in my portfolio. So I think this will help me a lot. And yeah, I just want to connect with firstly you all who are in the same class. So, you know, I could work better. And then, you know, also with do a little bit of more networking. Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
And I think we got one more person, Zhengwei.
I think he might be a little bit, he's probably somewhere a little bit noisy. So maybe next time.
All right, did I miss anybody? All right, if I missed anybody, just go ahead and send a message in the chat. All right. Are there any questions?
I do have a question, but I don't think it's like completely related to this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I did okay. So I did my pre-work yesterday and I turned it in and everything was fine. I got an email that I turned it in. And then I got another email that something was not correct.
Yeah, about that, a couple of people have had that problem, and then for the rest of this session, we are mostly gonna be helping you guys to figure that out and see any part of that that's missing. We will help resolve any of them. And there are a couple of people who have not submitted their pre-work, and CodePath was really generous. They at the last minute they extended the deadline for these people to submit their pre-work for I think for this week. So if you have not completed your pre-work for the rest of this session, we will also be helping you to complete it and then submit it as well.
So that was just like half of my query. The other half is like I cannot connect my GitHub. So like for this meeting, I was just emailing back and forth with I guess someone who represents with y'all, and I just had to put on a random code to get in, but like my GitHub is not, I
Okay,
couldn't
no problem.
sign into CodePath, so I don't know what to do.
Now it seems like kind of a rare issue. I can personally take care of you later on.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks for that. Does anyone else have any questions?
Like, I think the presentation is, you can go ahead first.
Oh, I was just gonna say if the meetings will be at this time every Wednesday.
Yeah, the meeting will be at this time every Wednesday. If you cannot make it, we will be uploading the recordings for you to make it up.
I can. I just need to put it in my calendar. Thank you.
No problem.
You should also get automatic calendar invites or reminders also from CodePath. That always helps, and that's where that email, obviously you guys know because you're here, but that's where you'll find the Zoom link.
So I wanted to ask also, I think, I don't know, like, I think you guys are going to speak more about this, but like, I was wondering if you could like tell more about that career fair we will have.
Okay, so the career fairs for this cohort is actually going to be happening later this September. One round of that is going to be happening already, and then I think there will be another round of that in October. They do have that very frequently, about a couple of times per semester, if I remember correctly. And for you guys, once you guys complete this course and become a CodePath alumni, you also have access to that for I guess a lifetime till you graduate. You always have access to the career fairs, and then once you apply to be part of that, if you are selected as well, you will also be able to go in there and then personally have a chance to interview with big tech companies such as we have mentioned. And Isaac, what's your personal experience with that?
Well, I'm going to be attending the October one. I started to get ready for the September one. I actually got some emails from Walmart about, they said they saw my resume, they liked it. They invited me to schedule an interview with them for a software engineer internship for the summer. But there's three things. So you need to submit your resume by a certain date, and they have like services to help you with your resume. The Career Center does. They have like little sessions and everything. So make sure you take advantage of that stuff and submit your resume. You'll see the links in the VCF thing. Then you need to go ahead and make sure you select which companies you're interested in by a certain date, and make sure you do that, because if you don't do that, then you'll have it automatically say they're not interested in any of them, so you won't get to interview with them. And then the next step is actually scheduling your interviews. So like I said, I haven't attended this one, but I did get an invite from Walmart and one other place to interview for an internship that I need to schedule.
So for us, like, what would be the earliest date that we could join those career fairs?
I thought you guys were able to attend this October one. I'll reach out and make sure for sure.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks.
Anyone else? Like Eric said, if you haven't completed your pre-work, I think most of you guys have. Tonight is the deadline by midnight.
Is it tonight? I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's on the 14th.
Yeah, it's on the 14th.
10
So
p.m.
yeah,
Oh,
we have about one more week or so. So it's kind of relaxed, but it's still in your best interest to complete that as soon as possible, which is hopefully in just a few minutes when we can work on it together. And also, for those of you who have completed their pre-work, the last thing, and everybody actually, the last thing I want to tell you guys is just about our organization, CodePath at TCU. This is a new ComSci organization that we are starting, and I'm going to be the president actually. This is modeled after several other CodePath representative clubs at different universities, such as UCI, UC Irving. I know for sure one of the CodePath, gurus, which is like a higher level of tech fellow. He also started that at his university, and he just also brought in started from scratch, brought in a huge computer science community. And after I think 1 or 2 years, their club is at the university running 3 different CodePath courses at the same time and has many members. So for myself, I really wanted to create a community for computer science students as well. Because unlike engineering, we don't have any representative clubs, so it's really helpful to also have that. And our main goal for the club is just to share resources. And most of you are already in, and then if you're not already in the club yet, I would love to invite you. And then please just leave your student ID in the chat so we can put you on the roster, and we will be able to later on put you on the roster. Yeah, thank you a lot. And I think that's all, Isaac.
Yeah, that's it from me.
All right. So if you have already completed your pre-work, then that's it for today. And then we will meet you guys again Wednesday this time, and then we'll be going over the next week's lab and assignment. So for this week, there won't be any assignments for those who have not completed their pre-work. That's the only thing you have to worry about. And that's it. If you have any questions later on, feel free to email me or Isaac or the other tech fellow Min. Yeah, so I think that should be on. Yeah, feel free to leave right now. And then we're going to be starting to take a look at all of your pre-works and see if each of you has any kind of issues. Just a second.
Yeah, I did have actually one more thing to add. So this is my first time teaching the course. Eric, I think, and Min is also the first time teaching the course. So bear with us. Even if we're not the greatest facilitators, really what you're gonna get out of it is the projects that CodePath provides. So hopefully we can provide the best product we can, but really just focus on getting those assignments done. That's where you're gonna have those projects for your resume to add.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point, because when I took this class myself, I was half listening in the lectures, but just from doing the assignment projects, you learn a lot. You learn how to build an app from scratch to finish a full functioning app. So the lectures are definitely a big help, but the mostly learning is true in computer science in any field. Mostly you're gonna be self-learning. So bear that in mind. The lectures are helpful, but no matter what, you can get a lot from the assignments. So don't worry about the lectures that you aren't able to understand as much or something like that.
All right. Thank you guys. Everyone's free to go.
All right. So which of you are currently having issues with your pre-work? I know it's
too, but it's just like the after the turning in thing, they said there's an issue with the GIF.
Yeah,
So,
no problem. Can you can you grab the URL to your GIF?
oh.
Yeah, can you grab it and send it to me so I can take a look at it? Did you already submit it, upload it on your GitHub?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did everything that was necessary, and but the GIF part, my friend did it for me because I had a class.
Okay.
But I got the email, so I think it's pretty good. But yeah, what do you
Okay.
need right now?
Yeah, we coded it like together
Yeah.
and like different computers, and then he had to leave, and I just like did the recording for him in his computer while he was gone. So
Did he get the same error as well?
I didn't get the same error, but I
Okay.
didn't also like in my README file, I didn't upload the GIF, but I submitted the GIF links to like my assignment thing, and then like yours too. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Vipo, can you send me the link to your GIF so I can take a look at it? And also, if you are in the Slack channel, are you in the Slack channel with the CodePath? I think it should be named iOS TCU Fall 2021. Are you in that channel?
I don't think I'm added actually.
Okay, let me check that. Oh, that's correct. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna send an invite to you, and then you'll be able to send me screenshots or ask for help from other TAs. Give me just 1 second for that. I'm gonna send an invite to your email, and then in the meantime, while you're joining, I can take a look at Carson's pre-work.
So I got a similar kind of email. I got an email this morning that said that my GIF is missing like the ability to see like choosing the chip percentages. And basically that like tip percentage choosing area, but I definitely recorded that in the video. So I'm not sure what the issue is, but that's what it said.
I see. 1 second. Vipo, I tried to send you an invite, but it says that you've already been invited to. So you may want to check your TCU email and see if you missed the email. Yes, I'm able to verify right now who have submitted the pre-work. And from our end, give me 1 second. The Wi-Fi is a little bit slow over here. Good thing my video and audio are okay. No problem. You said work before, no, it's not. You might have an error. There should be a place you can check what's the exact issue, why it's not building.
Wait, so is mine all right? Or do I need to do anything?
Yours is all right. Give me 1 second. Let me check.
Yeah.
Okay. Aaron, I'm sure yours is all right. I don't think there's any issue about yours.
I got a mail saying that mine was incomplete. It didn't say what I didn't do, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the same thing too. It says mine was incomplete, but it didn't say like what.
Okay. All right. So in your email that says that your pre-work is incomplete, there should also include at least one line of reason why it's incomplete. Maybe you have not showcased one of the required one specific stories that you were needed to show.
I would just want to point out maybe with Carson, possibly with other people too. When you upload your screen recording to turn into a GIF, make sure that one of the first sections it says like from like 0 to 5 seconds, I think is like the default. And my app recording is like 30 seconds long or whatever. So make sure you check that or change the box where it says up to 30 seconds, because if not, it's only gonna turn the first 5 seconds into a GIF. That might be an issue. It happened with me once or twice.
Okay, from our end, it seems that it's only Carson and people that are currently having incomplete pre-work. The rest of the people, Lawrence and Arian, I don't believe you are at uh, any particular situation right now. I think you're good. Do you mind forwarding me the email that you got so I can take a look at what were they asking you for?
Yeah, sure. Can you send your email on the chat?
Yeah.
Thanks.
In the meantime, can I ask you this? Like, I'm looking for the Slack email, and I don't think I received. I mean, on the TCU email, was it you who sent it, or am I supposed to get it from CodePath?
There was another CodePath representative that had invited you, and I just did again. It was your TCU email. You might search for CodePath or Slack. You might be able to find that. If you're not able to, I can send another separate invite to your personal email.
Can you please do that, because I just searched and I did not find it.
No problem. Just send me your personal email in the chat.
Okay.
And Carson, can you send me also the URL to your GIF so I can see if you're missing anything? Or have you figured it out?
I just looked at it again, and for some reason it did what Isaac said. It only recorded like 5 seconds of the GIF, so
I see.
I just had to reconvert it.
No problem. And who else is having issues?
I also got an email saying that mine was incomplete, but not a line of why.
Not a line of why. That's very curious. So from my end, I'm not able to see what are the required stories for the pre-work. So if somebody is in the Slack channel, I would really appreciate it if they can send me a screenshot of that in the channel. You can just print screen or screenshot whatever the button is for you, and then Control V to paste, or any paste. You can be able to send a screenshot so I can see what the required stories. And Micah, if you could send me the GIF to your the URL to your GIF, then I can try to see what you're missing.
All right. Do you want me to just send that to you in the chat or in
yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jiangwon, do you have any issues? All right, and Lawrence?
I just forwarded the email, but no other issues.
Okay. I can take a look at that in a minute. And Doi, did you also get an email saying that your pre-work was incomplete or anything? Okay, and they might have stepped away. Jiangwen, are you there?
Yeah, like I got an email saying that I didn't submit the pre-work. It didn't say anything about like an error, but I'm pretty sure I submitted it.
They say that you didn't submit it. They didn't say it's incomplete.
Let's see. It says we weren't able to receive. Oh, it says we weren't able to receive a complete submission. So maybe it's incomplete, but I don't know if you can verify.
No problem, because from my end, it shows that your pre-work was submitted and verified. So if you could forward me that email, I can escalate that to the people above me at CodePath to see what was the reason why you received that.
Yeah, I was getting a weird email too. I think something might be going on because I got an email saying I had not completed my pre-work, even though I'm a tech fellow and I don't need to do that anymore. But I did want to share my screen one more time so that I can show Carson and everyone else what I was talking about. I didn't realize I was muted the whole time. I'm sorry. I just want to share my screen to show Carson and everybody else what was happening, what I was talking about earlier, where I was having trouble with my GIFs. So here I uploaded, this is easygifs.com. I uploaded my video earlier and it's a 12-second video. So what was happening for me, it was ending, instead of at 12 seconds, like it was set to a default of like 5 or something like that. And so even though it showed the whole video here, when I did that and I converted it to a GIF, takes a minute, but only show the first 5 seconds. So make sure that this end time matches what your end time for your actual GIF is. And most of the time, this GIF is actually going to be too big to fit into your I'm sorry, to your page. I'm totally blanking, to your GitHub. So what you need to do is crop it most of the time. I usually do about 50%.
Yeah, on GitHub, there is also a way to resize it if it's too big, and we can help you with that later on.
Yeah, cool. Well, Carson and anyone else, I hope that helps with the cutting your GIF short.
Yeah, it worked. I just resubmitted it, so hopefully it's all good.
Awesome.
I think this is because I'm technically not done the pre-work. I can't access the course hub. It tells me like my account won't connect to the class, and I don't know where to access the Slack channel.
Yeah, I think once you complete the pre-work and you're actually officially admitted to the course, you get access to the course portal. So
Okay, then if I don't get it in the next day or so, I'll just send y'all an email.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, and besides Dewey, Micah, John Wynn, and Lauren, have you all forwarded me the email?